One of the things that I have learned is a reason that we buy into the narcissist scam is because, well, we're just too trusting and they're deceptive by design. But if you pay attention, this is something that I have learned in dealing with narcissists that if you, in hindsight, by the way, but if you pay attention, there are certain traits that you can see in a narcissist. We have 8 of these that will tell you that, this may be somebody to avoid. Number 1 is they are dishonest. So if you are dealing with somebody, have a friend or love interest who tends to have a problem with honesty, really a problem with dishonesty, I should say, you might want to stop and consider, I'm not sure that this is somebody that I want to hang out with. Now, just because somebody is dishonest now and again could, maybe you're just overlooking something or maybe you misunderstood something. But when you see a pattern, come on. This is somebody who borrows things, doesn't give them back, may like money, for example. This is somebody who thinks that he or she is entitled, or somebody who thinks they are above the rules. How often have we talked about that? So when somebody is just dishonest, from lying, stealing, being deceptive, by whatever means, that is a red flag that, I missed. Looking in hindsight, now I can see it, but I should have noticed. Again, just because somebody is dishonest doesn't make them a narcissist, it makes them dishonest. But when you take all these and put them together, it's pretty much solid indication that you have somebody who is either a narcissist or is very controlling, has strong narcissistic traits. Number 2 is they have fake empathy. One of the things a narcissist will do to manipulate people is pretend that he or she cares about those people. That's kind of hard to detect, isn't it? But what if there is this fake empathy and it just doesn't seem to fit? This is somebody who deserves empathy, that would fit. But what about somebody who, they're not seriously having a problem, but this guy is sometimes just all over them, pretending that, I really care about you, and the person could care less if this person cares about them. So that's an indication that he is manipulating this person. The narcissist is trying to manipulate this person. Why else would he show empathy for somebody who doesn't need empathy? So you got to watch out for some of those kind of subtle signs, and you can see beneath it. And again, that alone doesn't make a narcissist, but it is an indicator. Number 3 is just always seeking to control just about everything. It's got to be their way. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you say, it's got to be their way. They may make a few exceptions, but that is so innate. That is so natural to a narcissist to have everything their way all the time that the first couple times you may not notice it because, everybody likes to have things their way, but this guy or this woman, whoever you're dealing with, is very insistent, and they just don't let up. They want to have it their way. They want to go where they want to go, not where you want to go, not where everyone else wants to go, and they want to be the leader of the pack. Everybody needs to go their direction. Everybody has to be there when they want to be there, the type of person. So, again, is that a narcissist? Nah, maybe it's just somebody who has a personality defect. All right, but now we got 3 of these things, and it's starting to add up. Number 4 is they like to ridicule other people, particularly you. One of the ways a narcissist, controls people is to put them down. And what better way to put somebody down than to, make fun of them, to belittle them. So if you see somebody who is constantly belittling somebody, ridiculing that person, what you see is somebody, the narcissist or the person with narcissistic traits who, in my opinion, has the mindset of an 11-year-old. And I have said this now and again that one of the things that I've noticed about narcissists is they just don't seem to mature emotionally above 11 years old. Now, they may have an intellect that is above 11 years old, but basically when it comes to emotions, they want it their way. They're not totally honest, rather. They seem to be emotional 11-year-olds, and that comes through very clearly when they ridicule others because, 11-year-olds, they haven't learned, that's not really polite to do that. Well, the narcissist hasn't either. He's stuck at age 11. Number 5 are meltdowns. Not everybody who has a meltdown is a narcissist. Got to say that right up front. People have other reasons. Sometimes they can't help it. Sometimes it's neurological. Sometimes just the pressures of life in general or current circumstances will get to somebody and they got to have a release. But when you have somebody accompanied with all these other traits who has meltdowns that is more reminiscent of a little child than somebody who is, or somebody who is an adult and under pressure and just needs to release, they seem to have meltdowns for, well, no apparent reason. Why is this person angry? Why is this person so upset? Got no idea. Well, maybe that's a narcissist who just didn't get his own way. Remember, emotionally, in my opinion, narcissists tend to be children. Number 6 is they trash talk other people. This is a red flag that I missed when I dealt with other narcissists in my past. I wish I had seen it in the future. You know what? I'm looking for it. As I say in most every video, I'm pushing 70 years old, learned a thing or two over these decades. That's why I'm doing these videos, is to share with you some of the things I've learned. And one of the things that I've learned is when somebody trash talks other people, you can almost guarantee that they are trash talking you to others as well. So they trash talk others to you, guess what? They're trash talking you to other people. Number 7 is they are obsessed with past social defeats. We all have social defeats. We're all trumped or somebody is playing social games and all right, I don't like social games. I think everyone should just accept everybody as they are, but that's not reality. And narcissists, they love to play social games because, well, they like to be at the top. Always. They like to be the most important person in the room, most important person at the workplace, most important person at the family outing, most important person in the classroom. They want to be the most important person. And we all like to feel appreciated. We all like to feel wanted. But this guy or this woman is, they're just obsessed with this, but they don't always get their way, and they become obsessed with those past failures. When, they wanted to be the dominant person, the dominant personality, and it just didn't work out. Now they're obsessed with it. They're really upset and angry. They may say it's a classroom. They may say, oh, that was the worst school in the world. Don't ever go there. Well, what's wrong with it? Well, they don't really know other than they had a miserable time because, well, social defeat. And sometimes that is a legitimate reason if the school's not well managed. But when this person has past experiences of social defeat in many different places and he's obsessed with it, and obsessed is the key because most of us understand that we're not going to be the top of the heap, the top of the social heap all the time. I don't even like social climbing. I just said that. But the narcissist, again, he likes it and he wants to be at the top. She wants to be at the top, and they are obsessed when it doesn't happen, and they won't shut up about it quite often. That's a red flag. That's one of those things where, you can just see beneath the mask. They may as well not even have a mask on. Number 8 is they are unimpressed with the success of other people. Well, they say they're not. They put down people who are successful, people who they perceive as being more successful than the narcissist himself or herself. Well, what is success? That's kind of an ambiguous term. It's kind of hard to define. I guess we know in general what it is, but when we're talking about success to a narcissist, we're talking about somebody who makes more money than he does or seems to have his act together, or maybe is a little bit better physical shape than he or she is. Maybe they have a good family life and the narcissist doesn't. There are so many ways that a narcissist defines success and sees success in other people that we don't even think of. We think is just normal. But this person, the narcissist, is bothered by that immensely because somebody has something that he or she does not, and they feel terribly inferior, which I believe most every covert narcissist deep inside, they are insecure. They do feel inferior. And when somebody else has something they don't have, maybe a little nicer car, maybe they dress better, maybe they are a little bit smarter, that drives them crazy because they can't stand, it just reminds them that they are inferior in their minds. It reminds their mind that they are inferior in their mind. whether they are inferior or not. So they're not impressed with other people's success, and they express that unimpression by ridiculing or maybe criticizing somebody, or just saying, he's no big deal, Or maybe somebody did something, accomplished something, and they'll say, whatever, that's, I could have done that. So you take all these 8 things together, and what we see is we're able to see through the mask of the narcissist before we get entangled in his web. See those 2 rectangles on the screen? If you want to keep on talking, let's keep the conversation going. All you got to do is click one of those 2 rectangles, and we'll keep hanging out. If not, thanks for stopping by, and see y'all next time.